Good Monday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversations Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. Well, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new week, which means it's a brand new opportunity. We did something amazing, and also it's the month of June, so welcome to June 3rd. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Monday. Have a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you hear part of my conversation with author Jane Lee Rankin discussing her brand new book, Farm Family. You don't want to miss that. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Monday headlines. In Mississippi news, man found shot to death inside Jackson home, says WJTV Channel 12. Jackson police are investigating after a 38-year-old man was shot and killed. The shooting happened on Friday, May 31st in the 900 block of Arbor Vista Boulevard. Detective Tommy Brown said the body of Frank Bozeman III was found on the floor of his home. He had been shot multiple times. According to Brown, the suspects are believed to be two black males who were driving a black Chevy SUV. Anyone with information about the fatal shooting can contact the Jackson Police Department at 601-960-1234. That's 601-960-1234. In national news, California firefighters continue battling wind-driven wildfire east of San Francisco. California firefighters expected to gain ground on Sunday on a wind-driven wildfire that scorched thousands of acres 60 miles east of San Francisco, burned down a home, and forced residents to flee the area near the central California city of Tracy. The fire erupted Saturday afternoon in the grassy hills managed by the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, one of the country's key centers for nuclear weapons science and technology. The cause was under investigation. The California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection said the research center was not under immediate threat from the blaze, dubbed the Coral Fire, which had devoured some 20 square miles by Sunday afternoon and was 30% contained. Thousands of people in the area, including parts of the city of Tracy, with a population of 100,000, were ordered to leave for evacuation centers. Tracy is about 70 miles south of California's capital in Sacramento. In more national news, Rupert Murdoch ties the knot for the 5th time in ceremony at his California vineyard, says the Associated Press. Media magnate Rupert Murdoch, 93, has married for the 5th time, his corporation News Corp confirmed on Sunday. They wed Saturday in a ceremony at his vineyard estate in Bel Air, California. Photographs of the newly married couple were released by News Corp. The couple announced their engagement in March of this year. Murdoch was most recently married to model and actor Jerry Hall. They were wed in 2016 and divorced in 2022. Last fall, Murdoch stepped down as leader of both Fox News parent company and its News Corp Media Holdings. His son took his place in a media empire that spans continents and helped to shape modern American politics. In business news, Wall Street rallies to close out a Bloomfield May, says the Associated Press. An already verdant May for Wall Street finished with another push higher as stocks rallied Friday after the report showed inflation is at least not worsening. The S&P 500 rose 0.8% to close its 6th winning month in the last 7. The main measure of the U.S. stock market's health set an all-time high late in the month after clawing back all its losses from a rough April. The Dow Jones Industrial Average jumped nearly 575 points, or 1.5%, while sagging prices for some big technology stocks held back the Nasdaq Composite. It slipped by less than 0.1%. And finally, in entertainment news, Garfield and Furiosa repeat atop box office charts as slow summer grinds on, says the Associated Press. It was a quiet weekend as the North American movie theaters dominated once again by Sony's The Garfield movie, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, and a slew of holdovers. Flipping the script from their Memorial Weekend openings, the animated orange cat crept ahead of the Wasteland Warrior in their second week outing. That made the top 5 movies over the weekend. Number 1, The Garfield Movie with $14 million. Number 2, If with $11 million. Number 3, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga with $11 million. Number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with $9 million. And number 5, The Fall Guy with $4 million. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Monday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Words I Choose to Live By. Today, choose to walk in love. If you walk in love, you can be a shining light in a world that is full of darkness, helping someone else find their way to their true purpose and worth. Have an amazing Monday. We are part of my conversation coming up with author Jane Lee Rankin in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversation Daily News. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Author Jane Lee Rankin joined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about her new book, Farm Family. Here's a bit of our conversation.
Jane, thank you again for stopping by the program. Really appreciate it.
It's great to be here. It's an honor to meet you.
Well, the pleasure's definitely all mine. Again, I appreciate you working with us when it comes to the rescheduling. It's been an interesting couple of months for us, weather and tech-wise here, so I definitely appreciate it. Jane, I have to say, I appreciated this book so much as someone who grew up in the country, as someone who still calls rural Mississippi home. It was great to be able to see not only your connection to space, but also you're connecting to family in this book. I want to talk about that. What has it been like for you to share your own love of family and the world with others?
It's been a wonderful journey, and as you may have figured out in working in the way that you do with authors, one of the things that I noticed is that what people see in the book is themselves. So It's like a two-way mirror, and they see a reflection of themselves more than they see, as much as they see a reflection of me.
What has that been like for you to know that in spite of everything, that you don't have to go through situations by yourself, that there are those that you can be able to lean on?
So it's just so true. And, we don't really do anything alone. Even though we may be solo when we do it, we don't do it alone. And coming up in a family of faith, have really strong faith. And what I found was at every turn, there was somebody that was there for me that I needed to give me that next piece of information. And so we really don't do it alone. And in this journey of starting a farm, I had my son, and he was my buddy. And then there were animals, because we brought animals onto the farm, and they became part of the family.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversation Daily News. I'll be back to get on tomorrow's more news, a message from my book, Words I Choose to Live By, and of course, your entertainment spotlight. Until then, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversation Daily News today. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.